Welcome back, fellow mobile gamers. I've got my phone, I've got my axe, don't ask, and I've got 4 great games lined up, ranging from a wacky adventure to a medieval tower defense game. So strap in, because here's the first one, Telomere 2. And don't let the art style fool you here, because this is a truly awesome roguelike dungeon crawler with a solid combat system, permadeath, and online co-op, almost like an indie Dead Cells-like game. In each dungeon room, we must kill the enemies, survive the traps and obstacles, open any chests to get better weapons and shields, find the key, and then finally exit to the next room. As we progress through this journey, we gain new powerful melee and ranged weapons, rescuing cats provide us with power-ups, and leveling up lets us pick a stat boost. We can also jump infinitely to basically fly around the map and just spam the attack button to attack really fast. And it's all of this that just makes the combat more and more exciting, fast-paced and chaotic the further we get into the game. The simple touch controls work well as well. Wow, okay. And the game supports external controllers and, surprisingly, even keyboards. Telomere 2 is free to download with a single $4.99 in-app purchase, unlocking the couch and online co-op, the ability to buy potions, and other helpful systems like that. So think of it a bit like a free trial version of the game. You can play the game offline, it takes up 535 megabytes of space, and its solid gameplay and great humor makes this a must-try for fans of hardcore roguelikes. Next up is the incredibly silly casual RPG called Who Needs a Hero? It's a game that is played as one long adventure with a series of random events that our character automatically moves between while searching for fame and fortune. Each of these events give us 2 reply options, and once we've made our choice, we suffer the consequences or reap the benefits, such as gaining or losing gold, followers, or fame. Combat is almost just as simple, by the way, with just a few dice rolls defining our attack power, and if it's higher than the enemy's HP, we simply win the fight. But the thing to understand here is that nothing about this game is serious. The humor is childish, there are lots of pop culture references, the characters are wacky, and the story is just a bit strange, to be honest. And that's exactly why I enjoyed the game. It's super simple, but also refreshingly different from most other mobile RPGs. Who Needs a Hero monetizes via a few meaningless in-app purchases for gold, occasional forced ads, and then a $1.99 in-app purchase to remove the ads. Now, if you really get into the game though, removing the ads is advisable, as they are shown pretty frequently, and it gets frustrating, especially if you play the game for, say, an hour at a time. You can play the game offline, it takes up 210 megabytes of space, and while you can complete the whole thing in just a few days of playing, I think some of you are gonna really enjoy this one for its humor. I also found a new and really interesting tower defense game recently called Magic vs. Metal. This is a fun third-person action game where we use mage and mech characters to protect our castle against waves of incoming enemies. The game is structured as a level-based campaign where we defend a castle wall using our hero's standard attack and this is where it gets interesting, it's 8 equipped abilities that we use to spawn helper units, fire spells, place turrets, and so on. For every level we complete, we then earn a currency used to upgrade our hero's HP and weapon and increase its ability level, which makes the ability stronger and also unlocks new ones. We can also upgrade our castle wall's HP, craft new weapons and runes for our hero, and use research scrolls. So there really just is a lot to upgrade and unlock in this game. Some levels do eventually get rather challenging though, even with all of these upgrades, but I really enjoyed that we don't have to reach a certain score to win. As long as we deal with all the enemies without dying, of course, we can continue to the next level. Magic vs. Metal monetizes via a battle pass, ads for extra resources, and then in-app purchases to progress faster. It can be played offline, takes up 660 megabytes of space, and despite the monetization definitely not being perfect, the gameplay can still be enjoyed as a free player, as long as you don't mind grinding older levels every once in a while to earn more currency. But wait, there's more, because I also got into Hero of Aethric. Hero of Aethric recently. Wow. This is a fun exploration-focused online RPG directly based on the 2018 GPS game called Orna. So, put briefly, the game throws us straight into a massive world that we run around and explore to collect resources, fight the roaming monsters, complete quests, and slowly craft better gear, all of course while leveling up our character. Now, initially, the turn-based combat in this game isn't exactly rocket science, with just an attack and a defend button to tap. But as we go, we do unlock new abilities that add a lot more depth to the combat combat system. And apart from just random monster encounters, the world is also full of dungeons that we can complete alone or with other players, and then arenas where we battle other players controlled by an AI. Fair warning though, this game is not easy to get into. It does not hold your hand, it's very hardcore unless you consult with online guides, but thankfully the community and in-game chat is always super friendly and they're more than willing to help new players. And in some way, this is also what makes the game feel like a true adventure. You have to just go explore, you have to just learn these things on your own, and I don't know, I really like that. The controls are a bit finicky though, but the UI is just perfect and clearly made for mobile first, and that really helps create a great gameplay experience. Now, when it comes to the monetization of the game, that happens through in-app purchases for cosmetic skins, more arena tokens than the ones we get for free, and special versions of classes, which includes a skin and a passive ability. It is overall a very fair monetization model, and I don't think you'll have any issues as a free player here. The game requires online access, but takes up just 133 MB of space, and if you like hardcore online RPGs, you just gotta check this one out. So, let me know what you thought about these games, and check out this video next for all the amazing games that might be coming out this year, including Path of Exile.